Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are playing with new makeup, and specifically, I just received the new Laura Mercier Rose Glow Summer 2022 collection. I have 3 new blushes, so I thought we could play with that and create a fun little makeup look. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As you know, I have my online beauty consulting service. This is a one-on-one Zoom chat with me. So imagine you have some makeup in your collection that you just cannot for the life of you seem to make work for you. You just need some fresh perspective, a fresh set of eyes. That is the perfect reason to book a session with me. So if you want to make an appointment, click the link in the description box down below. Okay, Laura Mercier. I am inspired particularly by one blush in particular. Laura Mercier sent me 3 new shades of this Rose Glow collection. Rose Glow is definitely something we've seen before from Laura Mercier, usually more in like the cream shadow sticks, but there's 3 new shades here that they sent me, or Laura Mercier herself sent me. The first one here is All That Sparkles. All That Sparkles is a shimmery dirty rose. Then we have Peach Shimmer. Peach Shimmer is a shimmery pale nude. Think like your cheek, but better. And then Very Berry is a shimmery bright berry. So all 3 of these are not matte. They have a beautiful sheen to them, but it is Laura Mercier, so it's not like a chunky glitter, no glitter particle. It's just satiny and very beautiful. So I think this is the type of blush that you could wear and you may not feel the need to wear a highlighter. You know what I mean? Like I think it's going to be a sort of a 2-in-1, and they're all really beautiful. I think you could mix Very Berry with All That Sparkles here. They kind of, sorry, I lost my voice there for a second, but they kind of seem similar. And you can see here that the peach shade here looks very different compared to the 3. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And also, they did send me the highlighter here. This is the Rose Glow, but she got a bit damaged in the mail. I don't know if it's just the product itself, but it looks a little shattered, as you can see. So on the bottom here, we have a swatch of the Rose Glow highlighter. I'm gonna go ahead and create my whole look, and then at the end, I'll decide if I feel like I need more highlighter or maybe my blush will be satisfactory. Time will tell. Now I don't have the Rose Glow shadow stick, unfortunately, but I do have one called Raspberry. So I think Raspberry here will be a nice in between what I'm creating. I don't know. I think I have an idea of where I'm going, but I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna get there. So it's gonna be an experiment. I have the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy brush in A501. I'm gonna take Raspberry here. Just take some color and then just sweep it on. I've already primed my eyelids with the NARS eyeshadow primer. You know that is always what I'm wearing on my eyelids. Especially in like the hot summer heat, I can't imagine wearing makeup without eyeshadow primer specifically. I'm just sort of patting this shade here on my lid. You could go ahead and just sweep it on your eyelid too if you wanted to. I don't know why I decided to do this. I was feeling a bit more fancy, I guess. But you could also use your finger to blend it out if you wanted to. So how's everyone's summer going? How are your summer plans? Are they being achieved? I feel like I don't want to be that person, but I feel like it's going by so fast. Don't even know what to do with myself, but tell me, how is your summer going? Any lake trips, picnics, festivals, etc.? I know that this is called Raspberry, but it's kind of giving me more cranberry, you know? Like it's not the hot fuchsia pink this is not fuchsia pink, it's like a hot pink tank top that I'm wearing. But I think when you blend it out like this, it kind of looks a bit more diffused, like it's not as intense. Now I'm going into Very Berry, the blush. I know it's a blush, but who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna tell Laura Mercier, hey, Allie is putting blush on her eyes? Who's gonna tell her? You can tell her if you want. I don't think she'll be bothered. So this is a rougher brush, 15, also known as 15, and I'm just very gently sweeping this over the lid just to lean into this shade here. I'm really impressed that Raspberry works so well with Very Berry. I thought it was going to be very different, but nope, they're basically a good match. I don't think that Laura Mercier would mind if she saw me using her blush as eyeshadow. She's an artist, she gets it. Now I'm dipping into one of my Chanel dual-ended brushes. I love these. This is the Definer Smudger one, so it has a sort of pencil tip brush here. And I'm gonna go back into Raspberry and just define my lower lash line. So just taking this, and I'm not going in the waterline, I'm going with the lashes here, just like this. And then with the other side, I'm going into my Very Berry blush and just taking that same blush color and passing it underneath here. Now for the liners, I'm feeling a little bit funky. I have my Danessa Myricks eyeliner here in Lilac Quartz. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a very generous amount in the bottom waterline because this has a little bit of like iridescence to it, and I just think it'll be best served in the bottom waterline. I'm also going to put a little bit of a liner on top. I have the Chantecaille Luster Glide liner in Amethyst. It's sort of like a bit of purple with a shift to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just draw a thin line on top, and then I'll apply the Chantecaille Fossil Longest Lash Mascara on top just to finish it off. Next up is from Chanel. I'm using the new Complexion Touch. I'm using the shade 40 as my complexion, like foundation. So I'm just going to take a little bit here and then break it up with the applicator and then apply. I'm going to use the 30 afterwards for concealing and a little bit of brightening as well. I think 2 pumps may have been a little bit more than I needed. I don't know, I feel like last time I wore this, 1 pump wasn't quite enough, but no, it's actually surprising how much coverage this is because there's definitely more coverage with the new complexion tint versus the old Water Fresh tint. So yeah, I think I just was a little bit too excited at first. Now the 30, I'm going to use hopefully less than a pump because this is just going to be my concealer here. I don't need that much. I love this as a concealer. I got both shades because I really couldn't figure out which one I wanted, and I kind of wanted the lighter shade just to do what I'm doing now, just to brighten up the center of the face, because typically you put like the darker bronzer or darker color like around like here where the sun would hit, and then you can go in with a lighter shade in the center. But as a concealer, I love it. It's like a glass of water for your under eye, and it offers a nice amount of coverage. It's so hydrating. Like if you have really dry under eyes, I really would recommend trying this as a concealer. Before I forget, I need some lip balm. I'm going into my Emile Cordon lip balm in Cafe 212. This smells so good. It smells like the nicest, richest, sweetest coffee flavored macaron, like those beautiful little French treats, those little French pastries, a coffee flavored one. It smells like a cup of coffee. It smells like a mocha. It smells just like the most decadent French bakery / cafe. It is giving me Parisian cafe life with a pastry. So I'm putting this on, and maybe for my perfume I can find something that smells like a dessert, because I just want to lean in to this like pastry coffee scent. Now that I've used this as eyeshadow, let's go ahead and actually use it as a blush. I'm using a Rephr 18 brush here. I have a feeling this is going to be quite opaque and pigmented as a blush, so I'm trying to go in, yep, lighter here. I would say that this is the same blush finish texture feel of classic Laura Mercier blushes. I love Chai. That is my favorite. It's like Your Cheek but better. This one is not Your Cheek but better. It's more of a beautiful berry, but even though it is opaque, it's not too intense. Like it's not, you know, it's not hard to work with. It's just like a beautiful, bright flush of color. It's really nice, but yeah, I think the texture and the blendability feels the same as other Laura Mercier blushes. For my bronzer, I'm going into my Tom Ford Terra bronzer. This is number 2 here. Gorgeous. Just to add a little bit of color and a little bit of definition to my face. For the lip, I'm just gonna go into a gloss. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Candy Darling Lip Gloss. I do look luminous, but I think for the sake of the video, we should go into my slightly broken highlighter here, the RoseGlow. I'm just gonna dip into it very gingerly and just add just a little bit to highlight a bit more. There definitely is a lot of product here. I'm gonna go lightly like this. Okay. So this is RoseGlow. I'm glad that I added a little bit because it does just, I don't know, it's even nicer with a little bit of highlighter. I think just the blush itself could be beautiful, but adding just a hint of highlighter, just, you know, it's like a little cherry on top of the sundae. It just makes it look even nicer, even prettier. It's luminous, but it doesn't look fake or cakey. I don't know, sometimes I go back and forth between if I prefer a liquid highlighter or a powder, but even though this is a powder, it doesn't look heavy or cakey. It's really beautiful. It's Laura Mercier, so, you know, of course, it's really pretty. It's RoseGlow, but it's not like too pink. It has a little bit of like rose to it, but as you can see, like this is what it looks like on the skin. So yeah, with a little chin hair, wonderful. Oh, it's from like a bristle. Now for my fragrance, I'm gonna go into Lancôme La Vie est Belle, a classic for a reason. It gives me coffee, caramel, syrupy, sweet vibes. So I want to smell like a dessert, so I'm going to wear this today. All right, guys, this is the finished look, a very berry inspired look, giving me purple, berry, pinky vibes. I think it's fun. You know, it's fun to do a makeup look like this, even though it's really hot out. I don't know. I still was like, you know what? I feel like wearing something fun. I think the Danessa Myricks liner in the bottom is a really good idea. They have like a whole bunch of colors. I like this one here with the purpley, plummy, pinky looks because it just adds like a little bit extra, a little something something without being too flashy. But yeah, this is today's makeup look. Actually, no, I forgot. I'm going to go ahead and use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is a setting spray. If you do this after mascara, wait several minutes to make sure everything is dry, or else you're going to look like a raccoon. So just wait several minutes. This will help your makeup last longer. It will help it be a little bit more sweat-proof, sun-proof, etc. As we all know, it's getting really hot outside, so it's good to use a setting spray. I keep going back and forth between the Charlotte Tilbury one and the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. They're both really great in my opinion, but I have heard from a few of you that the Charlotte Tilbury one, the nozzle, gets funky at some point. So far, mine has not gone funky, so I'm gonna keep using it. But yeah, this is today's makeup look. I have got some new items, some old favorites. So I know a few of you were asking about the Laura Mercier blushes, so I hope that this helped you out. Very berry. that's my favorite one. I don't know, it just like, it looks really dark in the pan, but I think it's really blendable, very user-friendly, very easy to use. That's my favorite one, but the other two are also gorgeous. So it's up to you what you prefer. Let me know in the comments what you think of today's makeup. Let me know what other makeup you want me to test out and review here on my channel. If you're new to my channel, please take the time to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, double check that you're still subscribed, because YouTube has unsubscribed a bunch of you for mysterious reasons. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.